When two enormous footballing giants meet under the bright knockout lights, the impact usually shakes the entire tournament. For nearly 60 years, every clash between England and Argentina has written a bitter new chapter into World Cup history. The animosity traces all the way back to the fierce, highly controversial quarterfinal of 1966. That tension carried straight into the 1980s, culminating in the drama of Mexico in '86, where one match defined a generation of fans. By 2002, the rivalry evolved into a stage for intense personal redemption, with players carrying the weight of past failures onto the pitch in Sapporo. But this time, the story takes a different shape. We are used to seeing one of these sides march into a semifinal looking entirely untouchable. That hasn't happened. Both squads have been severely tested, battered, and dragged to the absolute edge of elimination. It leaves us with a fascinating collision of identities. We will soon find out if the modern World Cup rewards a team built on calculated tactical composure or one forged through chaotic, gritty survival. Historically, when pressure mounts and the game slips into unpredictability, England has a tendency to panic. Under Thomas Tuchel, this specific squad has been completely inoculated against that fear. Look at their quarterfinal against Mexico. Playing inside a hostile Azteca stadium, they were reduced to 10 men and faced waves of attacks. Instead of breaking, they absorbed the punishment, adapted, and eventually secured the victory. This diagram shows England's baseline structure, a highly disciplined 4-2-3-1 formation. But the initial shape is entirely deceptive. The true strength of this system is how it behaves once the ball is in play. Harry Kane rarely stays anchored up top. He routinely drops backward into the midfield to connect passes. When he does this, the opposing center-backs are forced to make a terrible choice: let him orchestrate freely or step forward and break their own defensive line. The moment that space opens up, Jude Bellingham surges straight into the resulting gap, attacking the fragile areas of the pitch, while Declan Rice quietly holds the center to ensure the team is never caught exposed on a counter. And when that structure fails, Jordan Pickford has acted as the final barrier, producing some of the most reliable performances of his international career. Because every player understands exactly where their support is, the team doesn't rely on desperation. They embrace the discomfort, trust their spacing, and systematically work their way out of trouble. Argentina's journey has required an entirely different kind of endurance. Lionel Scaloni's side breezed through the group stages, but they have now survived 3 consecutive knockout matches that dragged deep into extra time. They are no longer dominating matches, they are surviving them. That exhaustion creates a systemic vulnerability. When the pressure peaks and the system stalls, the team often reverts to a heavy burden of expectation, waiting for Lionel Messi to simply invent a miracle to save them. But you cannot win a World Cup on one man's vision alone. The actual engine keeping this Argentine squad alive is Julian Alvarez. His relentless running off the ball and willingness to do the unglamorous defensive work covers the physical gaps for a very tired squad. Behind him, Alexis Mac Allister provides the vital composure. By retaining the ball and controlling the tempo in the midfield, he gives his teammates the brief moments of rest they need to keep fighting. It is Lionel Scaloni who cultivated this exact mentality. He hasn't built a rigid machine. He has built a collective of players who are entirely comfortable when the game becomes physical, emotional, and ugly. Escaped Cape Verde in extra time, survived a massive scare against Egypt, and outlasted Switzerland on penalties. They are experts at staying alive, simply because they have embraced the suffering. All of this history, structure, and exhaustion will ultimately collide in the center of the pitch. The midfield is the true crucible of this semifinal. You have the calculated balance of Declan Rice, colliding with the passing precision of Enzo Fernandez, and the aggressive timing of Jude Bellingham matching up against the tempo control of Alexis Mac Allister. Keep a close eye on Bellingham. He has scored 6 goals this tournament, but his true value is his defensive work and his uncanny ability to appear exactly where the game is most fragile. He operates as the team's emotional anchor. Whoever wins those individual battles will dictate the entire rhythm of the match. It is a direct contest to see if England's structure can contain Argentina's chaos. But tactics only matter until the legs give out. Both teams have endured a massive physical and emotional toll to reach this point. This gives England a massive structural advantage as the clock ticks down. Tuchel has the luxury of looking at his bench and introducing the fresh, explosive pace of Bukayo Saka or Eberechi Eze to exploit exhausted defenders. Argentina, lacking that same depth, will have to rely on their immense tournament experience. They will lock down, suffer through the pressure, and wait for one fleeting moment of individual brilliance to steal the tie. The opening hour of this match will set the stage, but the substitutions, the fatigue, and the tiny decisions made in the final 20 minutes will decide who advances. We are about to see if England's hard-won composure can finally end 60 years of waiting, or if Argentina will find a way to survive the darkness one last time.